Hi, you guys. My name's Bean, and I am covered in rainbows at the moment because I have, not sponsored, I have really cool rainbow stickers from rainbowsymphony.com, and they are just amazing. You can see them on the wall behind me, too. Um, they were completely worth the $20. I got like, what, 9 stickers, something like that. And I put them on all the east and west facing windows, and they're just gorgeous. So, that all said, I am here today to tell you about my EDS. I know I've done some other videos where, like, my hair is crazy. Oh my god, whatever. Anyway, I've done some other videos telling you just like a little bit here and there about EDS, but not specifically my journey. So, I'm going to answer some questions for you. Alright, so what was it like growing up with hEDS? Okay, so, I didn't actually get diagnosed until I was 43, I guess. 44, perhaps? 44. Yeah, 44. Okay, I'm 45 now. So I was unaware. My mom also shows lots of signs of it, but is generally, not really aware of her symptoms. I've talked to her about it. She's just like, I'm 80. It doesn't matter now. Whatever. I'm like, okay, it's information your doctors might want to know, but whatever. So for me, it was things like I was very limber. Of course, that's what everybody, like, not everybody, but that's what you expect to hear, right? Is I was like really limber. And yes, I was. I was never had to try at it. I, just popped into the splits. I would, when I was in high school, and when I was in other dance stuff, I was always really easy. I really easily did like high kicks, and I could do a high kick and then fall down into the splits, no problem. But it was weird. Like my freshman year, I was in a dance troupe, and all of the like getting up and knee things where I was like getting up and down and moving around, my knees started to like really give out and they hurt really badly. Like I remember we were doing 2-a-day workouts to get to know all of the dances we were gonna have to know for the year. And, of course we had rehearsals, whatever. Anyway, we did lots and lots of rehearsing, and we rehearsed for hours. I remember coming back crying. It hurt so bad. And I, like, wondered if the other girls, were having this same experience, because no one else was, like, talking about it if they were. I mean, they were exhausted, sure, or tired, but were they coming home, like, crying from exhaustion and hurting in places that I didn't even know I had? Like I was, 15 years old, and I was like, oh my god, I have muscles like all around, and I had no idea I could even pull these muscles. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. I was sick a lot. I would get tonsillitis, which seems unrelated, but I mean, I got sick a lot, and I didn't know that I had allergies at all until I was in my 30s, I guess. And once I did, excuse me, I have an itch. Once I did, it made all the difference in the world. I had so many. Oh my gosh, they tested me like they did the environmental allergies. I was allergic to 51 out of the 70 things they tested me for. So, I mean, just imagine how much worse if they tested actually everything, which of course they don't. But, they did for the Austin area, and that makes sense. So, I did 5.5 years of allergy shots, and then the pandemic got in the way. And I also, right around the same time, started getting allergic, sensitive, whatever, to meat and all flesh, and I couldn't eat that. And turns out those shots are based in, allergy shots are based in some sort of meat-derived preservative. I don't know. So vegetarians out there, you can ask for or vegans, whatever you are. If you're getting allergy shots, you should know that your shots are preserved with some sort of flesh component. All right. So I had really bad allergies. My knee things, I got sick all the time. Like, I was getting sick once every 6 weeks to a month. I mean, that chronic illness. It was like literally illness, though. It was it was as if my immune system bucket was so busy dealing with allergies that I just caught every virus that came by. Thank all that I did the shots and that we are isolating out here, because I mean, it would be terrifying to me to deal with this pandemic. It already is, but I'm trying to, be reasonable and be focused on what I can do instead of what I can't. Okay, next question. What is it like living with hEDS? Okay, well, that's kind of a broad question, but it is inconvenient. What is it like living with hEDS? It is inconvenient. It is painful. It is annoying. It is super annoying. So, when you planning, what a joke, right? Have you ever heard the saying, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans? Because whatever, you can't really make plans because the world is real, and really, you have no idea what's gonna happen next. So I was unable to. It got to the point where I really was unable to make plans. Let's see. I couldn't, if I was gonna go out, there was no telling how I was gonna feel. Now I have a better feel for my actual, for the way that my body is going to react to going out or doing something. So I have to if I'm gonna do something, I know that I probably can't do something the next day. I have to really carefully, oddly enough, now that I know, I have to really plan things in advance so that I can do anything. Going out became just not even worth it. It wasn't worth the pain that I would have afterward. We would go out. We're not bar people anyway, which, yay, that's great, but I want to go to shows. Music is really important to me, and the only way that you can go and see music is to leave your car somewhere, walk a long distance. I mean, I stopped doing that after a while because Austin's downtown was just so ugly. So I'd drive in and park at a friend's house, and then I'd Uber into downtown, and then just, do the exact same thing back to my car. And that worked really well. Way less walking, but it took a long time. I mean, I have had hEDS my whole life, but the chronic pain started when I was pregnant, which was in 2010. And it's not like you can do anything when you have a new baby anyway. So like, I didn't have to start dealing with this until kiddo was older, and then I found it was really like messing up anything I wanted to do, because it started while I was pregnant. And another thing, it's very like hormonal related for whatever reason. When I hit puberty, that's when my sleep changed completely, and I became like hardcore nocturnal. Like, did not get sleepy until like 3 or 4 in the morning, not even a little bit. So I went and I got that dealt with. I have sleep meds, but they diagnosed me with what's it called? Delayed sleep phase disorder, and free running sleep, where basically instead of having a 24-hour cycle, my cycle is like more like 25, 26 hours. So like, if I don't take any meds to get myself to sleep, it'll just go to like, dawn, no big deal. I can stay up until dawn any day. But like, then it'll go like 8 or 9, 10, 11, 12 to, I will literally just sleep around the clock, and that's super, super frustrating to other people, not to me. A lot of my hEDS symptoms, aside from the pain, are irritating and not inconvenient to other people more than me. I know that seems kind of strange, but it's like my food sensitivities. They're irritating to me, but like, really, when it comes down to it, God, these rainbows are almost too much for me to like. It's distracting for me to look at the screen while I'm taking a video. Anyway, regardless, like when I'm used to my food sensitivities, so every now and then I like forget something, or I don't pay attention to what is in ingredients. Normally, I now have to really just eat whole foods, but like when I go to eat at other people's houses, they're like, "So, what are you? I know you have sensitivities. What are your sensitivities?" And I'm like, why don't you tell me what your food is, and we'll just go by that, because my food sensitivity list is like, I don't know, 20 things long, and I can't always remember things when I'm like, put on the spot. Now I keep a list in my phone. Okay, so how does EDS affect my day to day? Well, everything hurts and is hard, and I have to rest. Like, everything hurts all the time, all the time, all the time, forever. Like, okay, that's not true. Every so often, very, very infrequently, I will have a time where there's just no pain, and I have an experience of euphoria every time. It's usually like I figured out some like magic mix of drugs that like somehow I can't remember each time, and boy, is it nice. It's just like a blissful moment. And so my like, God, I keep trying to like dodge these rainbows. Let me see if I can do that. That's a little better. Yeah, yay, okay. Now it's so much less distracting. All right, so pain, big time, and it that makes it hard. That makes it really hard to do, because when you move, you hurt. So it makes everything harder. Everything harder. I can't describe how much that changes my life. It's just constant. I have to rest a lot. So I do something, and I may be able to do something for like 20 minutes to 2 hours, let's say, and then I have to rest for 20 minutes to 2 hours. Um, oh, hey, look, there's my toilet paper. I'm just like looking behind me at what's, distracting me on the screen. Whatever. That's my bathroom. That's where we watch videos up on the screen up there. There's the dolly clock. There's my art studio working space, but I had to do some rearranging. Anyway, okay, let's see. Cooking is a pain in the butt now, and food intolerances are just so annoying. Like, the most annoying is probably like wheat, onions. Oh, that's so annoying. And all flesh. Like, literally, I cannot eat eggs even. I can't eat chicken, to fish, to if it's in the land, the sky, the water, plasma, whatever this thing lives in. If it was alive, I don't know, plasma, what the... Anyway, if it was alive, it is not allowed. Okay, plants. Plants and tubers are fine. For the moment, what will I do then? Just eat, like, certain grains? I can eat rice. Thank God for that. Okay. How has hEDS affected my career? Well, since you're not my therapist, I'm just gonna keep it to the short and simple. I don't have one. I can't have one. Like, I'm an artist, but I am really, really unable to even sit up to paint a lot of the time. And I have a bunch of comorbidities that make everything harder, like ADHD. I have ADHD, which also has really severe, what's it called? Executive dysfunction. So my executive dysfunction makes pretty much everything else not work. I have MCAS, which is mast cell activation syndrome, and I'm starting to like get better at that. It's basically I take a couple of different meds that can help me. It basically helps to move away the aphasia a little bit, although I still get it. Just now it was an experience of aphasia. I was like, words, and also brain fog. Really, like, it actually helps my brain fog so much. That in itself has changed my life. Hasn't helped my career, although I'm trying, okay? Like, I'm making videos, which is not my career, but it's like, I might as well do videos while I can do, if I can't paint, if I don't have the brain function for painting. Alright, so, let's see. That's close enough. Basically, it's all been taken away. I was a nanny before I was a full-time artist, and I can't be a nanny anymore, and I loved it, and I made great money doing it. I loved it, and it's a real bummer to have your career and your ability to make your own money taken away. I mean, what can you say? I'm disabled. Woohoo! Yay! I mean, yeah, it's super not fun. How has hEDS affected my family? Well, the aforementioned not being able to make any money on my own definitely affects that um, dynamic with my husband. Um, my son seems to have it, which is a big, huge bummer for me, to know that I have given him something I didn't even know I had before I got my diagnosis. I wasn't showing like what I thought of as symptoms. While there were just like all these. I remember going to a doctor and like handing him this massive list of my symptoms, and he just kind of read it and looked down it and looked at me and looked at it, and he was quiet for a good long time, and he was just like, I can't help you. I don't know how to help you. I want you to go see an immunologist because I have no idea. And I wish I could remember who this guy was, because he, of all of the doctors that I had seen in the years that I had been looking for, trying to figure out what all the weird symptoms before the pain started kicking in. I had tons of crazy symptoms. If I had only had doctors that would have let go of their ego long enough to say, I don't know how to help you, and like send me to an immunologist. First thing they did was test me for allergies. We got that under control, and then from there I started I like went to a rheumatologist because they still weren't, it wasn't hurting, it wasn't taking away my pain. So that seemed like a lot of wasted time, but not really, because boy, it's nice to not have the like crazy allergies I had. And I've had pneumonia 7 times since 2003. And that is because of my allergies to oak. My oak allergy is really intense. So, okay. And then I found a rheumatologist, and they, of course, told me that I had fibromyalgia, which is like, all right, cool, that's a diagnosis, I'll take it. And I will, not only will I take it, but I will take it and run with it and see what other kind of illnesses mirror it. And that's how I partially figured out how that I had it. So let's see. My mom I think that she could probably be diagnosed with it, but I don't think there's a point. My siblings, I have 2 brothers and a sister, and while they have their own symptoms of whatever, I mean, no one gets through life without having health issues. I don't think any of them would say that they have hEDS, although it's obviously in their blood, and their kids, well, they should probably just keep that in mind, that I have a genetic disorder that I got through our shared mother. So, alright, how else has hEDS affected my family? My husband, my dear, wonderful, amazing, patient husband who takes care of me, who monetarily, physically, emotionally, he's amazing, and he's just really cool, and he's my best friend, and we had immediate friendship from the moment we met, with no idea that we'd be together until now. Like, we met in 2001. We didn't really get together until like 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2, 3. I don't really remember. It's hard to say. Sometimes I do the lazy thing and just count from from like the time we met, but that's not fair to that's not fair to my ex-husband or to the reality of the situation, which it what is what it was. So, um, let's see more about how my son is affected. I do want to say about that. I noticed that he is extra flexible. That's kind of one of those tip offs. But also, he hurts his joints and he hurts himself in ways that a 9-year-old really shouldn't. I really don't want him to have it. I really don't want him to have it. But he will probably have symptoms of it. Perhaps he will never have the pain. Oh, please let him never have the pain. What are my hopes for the future? For my future? Let's say my future, because the future, boy, that's a bit more than I need to cover. My hopes for my future. I hope that at some point I can get an ADHD med that works, and maybe some, I know this sounds weird, but like life coaching. Like, my mom has ADHD and executive dysfunction, and so basically I don't feel like anybody kind of taught me how to live, like have a life. No one taught me how to use time. I just feel really lost, and like I feel like getting my ADHD under control would really help a lot for things like, for things like my career, because like I can't even manage my day. I can't plan a day. How can I plan a career or a life? I would like some help with that. I don't know what exactly that means. If you know how, tell me, because I need it. Help me, tell me. So my hopes for the future are just sort of getting my collective life together, get myself together so that I can do my art. I can use the time and the abilities that I have now in a creative and inspiring, not as a inspiring disabled person, but as to like help other people. Like, I want to help other people, and I really need to get myself together so that I can help other people. So my hopes for the future are doing my art more regularly, and helping people. Also helping myself, honestly. Exercising regularly. I really miss swimming. Swimming is what I was doing before the pandemic. I was going twice a week, and I was just starting going to the weight room on a third day, so that I could start sort of introducing a little more gravity into my literal gravity into my workouts. So I would really like that back. Okay, what was the first tip off that it might be hEDS or EDS in general? I have to thank very much my friend Frankie Valente. She is amazing, and she's smart, and she's funny, and she has VEDS, and that sucks, and it is taking so much of her, and but she lives hard because she knows that she may not live for long. And God's willing, she'll be able to live a good long life, and hopefully they will find a cure for all of our hEDSs, although they haven't even found the genetic marker for mine yet. This is really affecting a lot of people, and it's really hard, and I really want them to find a cure of some sort. So, because I had not just my friend Frankie, also my amazing friend Rachel Goodman. She has hEDS. My friend Eva Love, that's the name she goes by. She also has hEDS. Let's see. I can't even brain. Like, I have a good number of friends with EDS, and I was in a group for people with chronic pain and illness of my friends. Like, I have a really large friend group in the Austin area, and by just, like, I had looked at a lot of things, but I don't know if I had found hEDS yet. I definitely looked at chronic fatigue. I looked at lupus, and I looked at just you name it. I've been tested for the most intense and random and irrelevant seeming diseases, and there's no blood test for mine. Like, you basically have to just be flexible enough. I mean, I'm pretty freaking flexible, like, I can do all the party tricks, but I'm not doing them because they hurt. Like, my arms don't go backward that much, and you can't even tell now because they're kind of fat. I've lost weight, I've gained weight, I've lost weight, I've gained weight. Your arms don't like that. I still look good, whatever. So, anyway, I'm really glad that I figured it out. It was really, I think, Frankie who pointed it out to me, and then I found an amazing osteopathic physician named Barbie Kurtzmuller. She's on maternity leave right now, but she will be back in the game after a certain amount of time, I assume, after the sorry, it was telling me that I'm about to lose my video time here. Barbie Kurtzmuller is the doctor, the osteopath, who helped me figure out that it was definitely, and my research, my crazy amount of constant research. I definitely learned that I'd had hEDS, and I just needed a doctor to, like, diagnose me, and Barbie totally knew what was up, and she was like, yeah, I definitely think you have hEDS. Your tissues definitely have issues. So me and my tissues with issues gotta go, because I am about to lose the amount of time my phone can take a video. And thank you so much if you got to the end of this, thank you so much. Please please subscribe, and if you would like to hear more of my story, please hit the little bell, and it will tell you when I upload something. Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful everything.